We open in Paris, right at a Balenciaga show, glamorous, ordered, everything looking perfect. Ruby's on top of the world until suddenly her own body betrays her. Sweat beads up, panic hits, and the cracks start showing in real time. Then she snaps. She throws herself into the crowd, grabs whatever water she can find, drinks it in a frenzy, lashes out, and kills a woman. That's when total chaos breaks loose. Ruby runs, tears through photographers, steals a motorcycle, and rockets through the city streets. A car smashes into her, leaves her sprawled and broken on the pavement. Then impossibly her bones jerk back into place. So she limps into a cafe, still desperate for water, attacking anyone around her. Even getting shot can't stop her. Surrounded by police, she finally gives in, then her body rips itself apart in a terrifying explosion, right in front of everyone. Suddenly quiet. Inside a Paris hotel, FBI agents Cooper Madsen and Jordan Bennett talk. The mood is almost gentle as they lie in bed, trading raw thoughts about insecurity, appearances, what it means to be accepted. It's a jarring contrast to the bloodbath we just saw, but in the morning they're back on the job. The press has dubbed the mess catwalk carnage. Their local contact points out similar cases in London and Berlin. At the morgue, there's only a handful of Ruby left, and what's left hints at something worse. A weird virus, impossible to ID, still active. Patterns begin to show up. All the victims became models around the same time. They ditched their old lives, scrubbed their digital footprints, and completely rebuilt their bodies. There's no way that's a coincidence. Someone's pulling the strings. Meanwhile, we meet Jeremy. He's stuck in his mom's basement, wasting away, angry and isolated. After getting roasted online, he hears from a strange clinic called ANU. The doctor inside makes a promise. They can make him into someone people want, someone worthy. Jeremy says yes. The transformation is drastic. Suddenly, the world treats him differently. At a bar, women approach, flirt, flatter him. But as quickly as it started, they're gone. He's left just as empty. He snaps. He storms back to the clinic with a gun, shoots up the place. The doctor survives, offers him one final step. Numb, Jeremy goes along. He's taken to a penthouse where a woman named Claire seduces him, finally giving him the intimacy he's been starving for. Next morning, his nightmare begins. Fever, sweat, and awful thirst. His body falls apart, bones twisting and stretching, skin rewriting itself until something new stands up in his place. A better version, flawless on the outside. This time, Jeremy actually feels happy. The FBI are putting the pieces together now. Before there's time to react, news breaks. Another case in Italy. Their orders land fast. They're off to Venice. In Venice, Cooper and Jordan pull up to a mansion connected to the latest bizarre death. Hazmat teams wait outside, so the agents gear up before heading in. Inside, the place is a nightmare. The victim has pretty much imploded, her torso gutted from the inside out. Someone smeared an Egyptian symbol for beauty on the wall in blood. It's not some random act. This was planned. Meanwhile in Rome, things get bigger. Antonio, a contract killer, follows his orders. His boss is Byron Forst, a tech tycoon who created the beauty serum. Forst doesn't bother pretending. He admits the serum was always meant for him and his exclusive crew. Someone leaked it and now it's running loose. He tells Antonio to send a message. A target dies fast. No second thoughts. Back in Venice, Cooper and Jordan find a video the victim recorded just before things went sideways. On screen, she stares straight ahead and says, "Don't do it." Then somebody bursts in. It's not clear what she means, but she obviously knew trouble was coming. Later, the two agents end up at a bar, tensions running high. Jordan pushes back, makes it clear where her boundaries are. Cooper just lays it out. The need to be wanted runs deep in everybody. They leave things unresolved. He heads out, Jordan sticks around and soon ends up flirting with someone else. Turns out that decision matters. On his walk back, Cooper gets jumped. Two men try to take him out. The fight gets bloody and close. He takes a hit, nearly loses, but fights his way out. When the dust settles, both attackers are dead. He knows now he's a target. Jordan, meanwhile, leaves with the guy from the bar. He's infected and totally aware of it. By morning, it hits her, fever, sweating, a desperate thirst. Her body starts to fall apart, bones twisting, skin reshaping. It's not gentle. When it stops, she looks younger, flawless. But that's not the real horror. The real horror is knowing this is just the start. In New York, right inside the Condé Nast cafeteria, Manny and Brittany are joking around, talking about plastic surgery and changing yourself for some ideal. It's all playful until Harper walks in. Suddenly, the energy changes. She's drenched in sweat, shaking, obviously not okay. Harper gulps down glass after glass of water, but that doesn't help. In a flash, she snaps. Violence erupts. She throws Brittany straight through a window while everyone stares, stunned. No warning, no build-up. Her body breaks down completely. She explodes, same as others before her. Everything stops. One tiny drop of blood lands in Manny's eye, and now the infection finds its next host. Then we jump back to Venice. Cooper's locked up, getting grilled after the attack. The police drop a bombshell. The men who went after him were infected. This wasn't random at all. It was planned, and things get worse. Jordan is missing. Nothing. No phone, no trace. Cooper ends up in quarantine, isolated and forced to deal with the fact that his partner has disappeared. Now Antonio takes the spotlight. He's ruthless, totally detached. In a chilling scene, he tortures a captive, then promptly gets new orders from Byron Forst. No hesitation. He kills his prisoner with an axe. Later, on a yacht, Franny, Forst's wife, drops a cold line about how she prays for her husband's death every night. That pretty much sums up who he is. Antonio's next job is Jeremy. He finds his way to Indianapolis, corners a plastic surgeon involved in these transformations. The guy's terrified, forced to call Jeremy, pretending he needs another dose. Once Antonio gets what he came for, he kills him. Quick clean, leaves nothing behind. From there, Antonio heads to the hotel. He ambushes Jeremy in the shower, taking him completely by surprise. He lays out the truth. What's happening isn't cosmetic, it's viral. The infection spreads through sex. Jeremy fights back, but something feels wrong. He's not scared, there's just raw instinct. Antonio notices. Instead of finishing him, he pauses. He recognizes something useful, something familiar. The two team up to hunt down a woman Jeremy infected. When they find her, Jeremy doesn't even hesitate. He kills her cold and detached, clearly past the point of no return. Antonio watches, thinking. He decides Jeremy isn't just a target anymore, he's something else. At a quiet restaurant, Antonio finally lays it out. He's been using a custom version of this virus for decades. He's stronger and older than anyone realizes. Now he sees the same power in Jeremy. He offers him a spot, not as a victim, but as a weapon. Jeremy agrees, no questions asked. Meanwhile, back in Venice, Cooper's finally out. His tests are clear, he's not infected. Physically he's fine, everything else not so much. Then another report crashes in. Another explosion, this time in New York. It's spreading faster than anyone can keep up with. And hanging over it all, there's one question nobody can answer. Where? Jordan. In Rome, before everything unraveled, Cooper and Jordan wander the city at night, feeling easy with each other, talking about books as if the world doesn't exist outside their little bubble. At a fountain, Jordan nudges Cooper to make a wish. He tosses in a coin and jokes, "I wish you won't fall in love with me." They laugh it off, not realizing how close that joke comes to the truth. Suddenly, the memory snaps. Now Cooper's alone in a biocontainment unit in New York, staring at the mess left by the Condé Nast explosion. He gets right to work and teams up with Ashley Sanders, a GQ editor linked to Harper. Ashley tries to act casual, but the truth spills out. She and Harper had been sleeping together. He admits he loved her, and now he thinks he's infected. Cooper jumps into action. They take Ashley away, sedate him before panic completely takes over. Next up is Manny. Cooper goes into isolation wearing a hazmat suit and finds Manny barely holding it together. The guy's terrified, rambling about his life, begging to go home. Then everything changes, his body betrays him. Bones snap, skin splits, and in the chaos, Manny attacks the staff and bolts through the hospital. Cooper chases after him, following the destruction all the way to a storage room full of preserved bodies. The cocoon inside is already empty. Manny reemerges, changed, stronger, furious, and he blames Cooper. The fight is ugly, messy. Even the SWAT team can't stop him at first. They finally bring him down with sedation and a final taser blast. Meanwhile, over in Rome, Antonio keeps molding Jeremy. Luxury, discipline, total control. The rules are strict. No carelessness, no feelings, no unnecessary risks. Jeremy listens and starts to change, growing colder, harder. At the center of everything, Byron Forst pushes his plan. In a lab, he injects another booster, ignoring all warnings, then sets a launch date. September 9, World Beauty Day. The serum, about to hit the global market, watered down and everywhere. It's profit over everything else. He doesn't care about the fallout. Back in New York, Cooper just wants to hold on to something normal. He goes to pick up his cat, only to find out it died weeks ago. One more loss. The weight of it all finally hits him. Then, a knock at the door. He opens it and there's Jordan, alive, transformed, and nothing like the woman he remembers. Instinct kicks in. He pulls his gun and demands answers, but Jordan stands firm, steady and urgent. She proves it's really her with a whispered secret only they could share. The tension snaps, reality sets in. Cooper drops the gun and pulls her close, relief pouring in, overwhelming everything else. Later, they pick at dinner, trying to make sense of things. Jordan tells him what it's been like, how at first the transformation felt powerful. People looked at her differently, craved her in a way that wasn't about her as a person anymore. It soured quickly. She admits she snapped once, hurt someone who crossed the line. Cooper listens, but he can't hide a hint of judgment. He asks too much, maybe pushes too far. Still, he promises he'll protect her, keep her hidden from the people who'd rip her apart for answers. But now there's a rule between them: space. Whatever they were before, they can't be that for now. Meanwhile, Antonio and Jeremy are on their mission. They're hunting Nate, a guy spreading the infection and not caring who gets hurt. He's sloppy, they catch him right away. He brags, admits everything, and signs his own death sentence. Antonio doesn't just kill him, he turns it into a warning. He leaves the body behind, making a statement no one can ignore. Cooper and Jordan return to find the message loud and clear: Nate's body in Cooper's apartment, brutalized. They can't pretend it's chance anymore. Someone's targeting them, making the rules, daring them to step over the line. 3 years ago, Byron Forst was desperate, clinging to money and ego. He met with a circle of billionaires at a private estate. They all wanted the same thing: control, over time their bodies, their fate. Dr. Ray had the key, a drug to rewrite their biology, make them young again, reshape themselves entirely. Every one of them said yes, no hesitation. The change ripped through them, but it did what was promised. When it was over, they were stronger, younger, everything they hoped for. Just for a moment it felt like a reset, but then Byron acted. He drew a gun and murdered everyone else, friends, rivals, allies. The mansion burned, nobody left to talk. Even his own men were erased. He left nothing behind. No witnesses, no threats. By the end, only Byron and Dr. Ray still stood. And right then, the real story snapped into focus. This was never about becoming something better. It was about power, about control. On Byron's private jet, right after he wipes out his enemies, Dr. Ray's strapped down, forced to watch Byron get reckless and cocky, high on his new body and power. Ray warns him this isn't just some upgrade, it's a virus and it spreads through any kind of bodily fluid. Byron laughs it off until Ray nails the real problem. If the virus spreads, Byron loses his edge. That's what finally gets through. As soon as they land, Byron has the infected flight attendant killed. Back at the mansion, Byron leans into his new identity, maybe a little too hard. He shows off for Franny, thinking she'll be impressed. She's not. She sees right past the bravado to the insecurity underneath. Byron offers her the transformation anyway. She shoots him down instantly. That's the first time anyone's really pushed back, and it rattles him. In the lab, Ray drops the truth Byron can't ignore. The virus comes with an expiration date, about 855 days before the body starts falling apart and then combusts. Byron freaks and orders Ray's execution, but Ray bargains for his life, promising a way to hold off the breakdown with booster shots. Byron grabs onto the idea, keeps Ray alive, and now thinks of himself as the next step in evolution. The lab turns into a series of silos, lots of secrecy, everyone on a need-to-know basis. Mike and Clara, two researchers, get swept up in it. Mike feels invisible and desperate to matter, while Clara just knows who she is and is staying grounded. During a test, a chimp briefly transforms, then goes berserk and has to be killed. The test fails, but Mike's obsessed. He smells opportunity. That night, he hacks into the system, grabs 2 doses, and injects himself. The transformation nearly kills him, but he pulls through, changed from the inside out. He finds Clara offering her the second dose. She's hesitant, but deep down she trusts the feeling. Maybe for once what she sees in the mirror will feel true. Her shift is smooth, calm, and when it's done, she recognizes herself at last. Jump 2 years ahead and things finally catch up. Someone tracks Mike down and kills him for stealing the serum. It doesn't really matter now. The virus is already out. Right after someone leaves a warning in Cooper's apartment. He doesn't waste time. He moves Jordan to a high-end safe house. It's quiet, locked down tight, and for once they finally have breathing room. The tension between them shifts. Jordan lets her guard down, the one she's been holding up since her transformation, and finally says what she's been swallowing for ages. She loves him, she always has. She wishes she'd chosen him sooner. The words just hang in the air. Meanwhile, their boss, Mayor, is drowning back at home. His daughter Joey's illness is getting worse. Progeria is just stealing everything from her. He's starting to break. He wants to end her suffering, but his wife refuses to accept that. The pain just boils over into arguments. Both of them are desperate. Neither of them sees a way out. That's when Byron shows up. No fear, no hesitation, just business. He gives Mayor exactly what he wants, the promise of a cure, a new life for Joey, money on top of it all. Everything they've spent sleepless nights wishing for. The price, walk away from the investigation. Give up Cooper and Jordan. Mayor knows what the virus does. He gets how dangerous Byron's offer is. But he also knows what happens if he dares to say no. He makes his choice. Elsewhere, Antonio and Jeremy actually slow down for once. No fighting, no blood, just honesty. Jeremy finally admits how alone he feels, how he's still crushed by being abandoned. Antonio doesn't flinch. He drops his own story, a past loaded with loss, betrayals, and what it cost him to become the man he is now. For a moment, they're not killers. They're just 2 guys with the same emptiness inside. It's brief, but it's real. Back on the job, Cooper and Jordan press forward, clueless they've already been turned in. They break into the NIH and split up to cover more ground. That's when it all goes sideways. Jeremy grabs Jordan before she even knows what's happening. Cooper faces off with Antonio, but the result is the same. The threat couldn't be clearer. Surrender or Jordan dies. He gives up. They're both captured, shackled, powerless. And in that stripped bare moment, with nothing left to hide, Cooper finally says it. he loves her too. While they're dragged away, Maya gets what he bargained for. Byron keeps his word, the entire family goes through the transformation. It's violent, overwhelming, but it works. Joey is healed. She's young, alive, totally free from everything that was killing her. The family clings to that moment, trying to believe it makes all the choices worth it. With Byron practicing his pitch for Beauty Day like he's trying to rewrite the world, he stands in front of old portraits of himself marked mortality, age decay, all the things he swears he's erasing. His entire message is built around breaking limits, banishing weakness. All that perfection he's selling, it's just a cover, hiding the truth about the virus while he keeps the spotlight on his new image. Over at the NIH, things feel rotten and obvious. The infected are jammed into this grim quarantine cell, barely alive, barely human, looking more like lab rats than people. Manny, Ashley, and the others get used like they mean nothing. There's this tiny flash of connection between two prisoners. Blink and you'll miss it, because armed guards drop in and mow everyone down. No warning. It's not about keeping the virus in, it's about cleaning up the mess. Meanwhile, Cooper and Jordan are still chained up with Antonio and Jeremy. Even stuck in the back of a truck, they aren't giving up. Jordan quietly starts poking at Jeremy's doubts, hinting Antonio's hiding things, that the virus isn't just about change, it kills. Antonio shuts him down fast, keeping his grip tight. Then out of nowhere, the truck gets ambushed. A different team moves in, cold and professional, and just sweeps everyone up. No explanations. Back at the forced mansion, Byron's need for control seeps into his family too. His sons keep trying to win him over, but he just crushes them with a few words. They spiral and end up overdosing. Byron doesn't even blink. He gives them the serum, pushing them toward his warped vision of perfection. They act grateful, but Franny sees right through it. She refuses to follow him, drawn that line in the sand. Everything crashes together in the aftermath of the massacre. Cooper, Jordan, Antonio, and Jeremy get tossed into the blood-soaked cell. Jeremy finally breaks, lashing out at Antonio as he wakes up to the manipulation. Before things blow up, Cooper is dragged away to see Maya, who's now fully transformed. The betrayal's almost overwhelming, but Maya just tells him to trust the process. Byron tightens his grip elsewhere, cutting loose anything or anyone that won't fit into his beauty launch. All that matters now is control. Back in the cell, Cooper returns with a warning: something big is coming. Jordan has to trust him. Then the hatch opens, armed men pour in again. No guns this time, just a single word: climb. One by one, they're hauled out, stepping over bodies and into something way larger than the nightmare they just survived. Cooper, Jordan, Antonio, and Jeremy stuck in a van, powerless, not knowing who's pulling the strings. That all shifts when Dr. Diana Sterling finally steps in. She owns the room the moment she walks in. Calm, unbothered, way ahead of everyone. Franny stands by her side, and after Maya's betrayal, it's clear, this isn't about saving anyone. Diana lays it out. She's taking over, not rescuing them, and offers a deal they can't ignore. If they help her kill Byron before Beauty Day hits in 2 days, she'll give them the boosters they need to survive whatever's already eating them from the inside. Diana calls herself the mother, and her plan is huge. She says the Beauty was never supposed to win. She built her deacons, androids you couldn't tell apart from humans, as her shot at evolution. A world where people left bodies behind. Byron wrecked all of it, buried her project, replaced it with chaos. Now she wants to grab the wheel again. The group doesn't have a lot of options, so they agree. Except there's an issue: Byron's systems will spot any of them the second they get close. They need someone anonymous, someone with a brand new face. That's when Cooper steps up. No hesitation. He's ready to risk everything. But when it's finally time, Cooper refuses the shot. He won't do it the old way. He wants Jordan to be the one. Trust, connection, he stakes it all on her. Nobody's expecting this, least of all Diana, but she lets it happen. What comes next is quiet, intense, loaded with everything they've never said. Cooper and Jordan sit together, letting the moment hang in the air. Jordan tries to be strong, promises she'll still know him no matter what. Later, fear almost rips her apart. She thinks about running. He stops her. In the end, they choose each other, even as everything is about to change. And then the night drags on, and it's brutal. Cooper's transformation is slow and ugly. His body twists, screams, breaks itself down. Jordan can't handle it alone. She calls for help. The team locks Cooper away, waiting to see what's left when it's all over. When morning comes, it's done. The shell cracks open, someone steps out. But nothing's the same. There in front of them isn't some new man. It's a boy, a teenage Cooper, all his memories and pain crammed into a smaller, younger body. The perfect disguise they needed isn't what they got. As Cooper reels from his sudden transformation, he's stuck in a 12-year-old's body, and everything around him just feels unsteady. The resistance, Jordan, Antonio, Jeremy, and Cooper, try to pull themselves together, but honestly, the plan is already unraveling. And then Byron throws another wrench in the works. Out of nowhere, he moves Beauty Day up, giving them just 24 hours. Now there's basically no time left. The world explodes with panic and obsession. Everyone wants a piece, and nobody wants to be left behind. With the clock ticking, the story zooms in on what's happening at ground level. In an ordinary American high school, beauty isn't just some rumor or headline, it's the new social currency. Everything, status, popularity, even who you really are, depends on whether you have it. Ruthie fits right into this new order. She's rich, she's got connections, she gets the official treatment, the clean, safe version. She becomes exactly what everyone else wishes they could be. Her star rises overnight. She's magnetic now. Popularity finds her without her even trying. But Bella can't keep up. She's always on the outside looking in, no money, no way to get into that circle. Watching her best friend Ruthie change so fast, watching the whole school turn upside down, it just crushes her. She can't take it, so she turns to the black market, where beauty comes cheap, fast, and dangerously raw. That's where she meets Connor. He's got a foot in both worlds, connected to the system, but dealing in the shadows. He says he can deliver the same transformation, but without clinics or any guarantees. Just a risky, direct transmission. Bella takes the plunge. She believes it'll fix everything. Forced mansion and everything just snaps. Tig and Gunter shove the beauty into their mother, Franny, convinced they're handing Byron his dream. She survives, comes out the other side looking young and perfect, basically the face of the product. Byron treats it like proof he was right all along and pours his heart out to her. But it all falls apart fast. Franny never asked for this. Being older, having a past, her whole sense of self, it's all gone. She fights back in the only way she can. She cuts her own throat. The virus won't let her die, so now she's trapped on life support, and Byron is left staring at the horror of what he's done. Meanwhile, the mess spreads. Bella tries the bootleg version, putting her faith in the same promise. Instead, her body becomes something monstrous, nothing like the glossy ad campaign they all bought into. The mask drops. Things collapse in Byron's camp too. The numbers don't lie. The official treatment's failing way too often, and the street stuff is a disaster. Byron scrambles, closing clinics, giving out free boosters, trying to patch the holes, but he's always one step behind. That's when things start shifting. Tig quietly turns on his father, teaming up with Cooper's crew and Diana. He's got a plan to bring Byron down, and Diana's all in. She's got a reversal agent that could save Cooper. Everything starts moving toward the final showdown. Alliances get messy, motives twist, and the coup starts rolling. It all ends with this: a cocoon cracks open, a hand reaches out,